I'm back. So, welcome to session number two of this Saturday. Welcome, welcome. Glad to see everyone. And I hope you had a wonderful day or a great night. Hey, Melissa. Hello, hello, everybody. Wonderful. I'm so glad to see you guys. Um, So we're going to get started. And before we do the actual readings, I do want to send love out to the world as I like to do. Right now, I just feel called to do that at beginning of each session because the more of us that send love out to the world, just the more peaceful, the more love filled it can be. So if you want to join me, I'm just going to take a deep breath and come back to this moment. Just allow that unconditional love from above just to fall into our hearts, fill it up, and flow out to the world. And regardless if you're watching this on playback or live, we are just meeting outside of space and time, giving beautiful love to the world. And if you're in need of love today for your heart, your mind, your body, situations in your life, we send love to you now as well. Transforming fear into love, pain into health, sadness into joy. Beautiful. Thank you guys so much for joining me in doing that. So I am loving, loving, loving it. And then before we jump in, I do want to make sure everyone knows to check out the giveaway playlist. Um, because not only is there a video on there how to enter the weekly energy um, update drawings where I give away a 30-minute free personal recorded reading, but also all of the winners of the, well, not all of them, six of them so far. All the winner announcements are there of who has won. And so be sure to check those out because I've only heard from a couple of people out of the six. So you might be a winner if you haven't checked. Wink, wink. And also, there's a special drawing within those announcements at the end of it. So if you check out those videos, then you can also look into beginning a winning a I call it a hedge of peace and love. It's an energy type of bubble of love that I put around people that actually uh, makes it like quiet and puts the chaos, the things that do not want to convert to light outside of this hedge for a little bit. It's about a 2-week process that allows you to have some silence, some quiet, and be forewarned. There's also, if you check out the link to go to my website, it talks about the warnings on there about, I've had people who had like people in their life just text them and just rah, 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 and then they're gone out of their life. And some of them it was temporary, some of them they left, and it was the thing that was bringing so much chaos into their life. One of them was someone's boss, and they were just like, I just want to, it's just a hostile work environment, and I just need peace. And I said, be forewarned, it can impact things. And they're like, their boss got fired. It's like, it's powerful love energy. It's just, we allow things to change. And if they don't convert from dark to light, then they have to get outside the hedge. And depending on, of course, fate, they might end up going somewhere else. But so be sure to check that out. I want to make sure everyone knew that stuff was out there. So uh, there we go. So we will get started on the readings because that's already starting to fill up. And so let us get started and see what Spirit has for us today. Thank you guys so much for being here and for all the likes already. You guys are just awesome. You blow my socks off. Thank you. All right. So, Bacardi Gold, you are up first, and you would like a general reading for next week. So, we'll start there. And then, Queen Angie, you will be up next. And Bacardi Gold, you also want to know about past lives. Who were you? How can you connect to your past and your higher self? That's all? That's all you want? Let's take a look here. Let's start with the general reading first. Let's see what it has here. All right. All right. So I do like this for you because you have been kind of in this holding pattern around relationships and love. And it's kind of just been holding out there, just kind of, if you're, I mean, I don't feel like you're in a relationship, but if you are, it just feels like it's just been going along and kind of in a holding pattern. So either you're in a holding pattern waiting for love, or you were in a holding pattern in a relationship that you're in. And in either case, the wait is over because you have the Ace of Cups coming in, which, if you're in a relationship, then it means a heightened love. It's like a renewed love and passion is about to enter in. Um, but I don't feel like you're in a relationship. But if you are not in a relationship, then the wait is over and love will be coming into your future because you have the I'll make this PG. So you have the 9 of Wands here, which usually, is like a block. And what has been blocking you before, you've been working on things and releasing things. And so now it's opening up. And this is the beautiful flow. The 9 was the Hermit card. And with that, the Hanged Man, I feel like you've been on this uh, like I said, a holding pattern, like there was this block, but now you've learned about your power more and more about your attitude, your energy, where you're investing it, and you've moved it aside and you're able to move through it. So I feel like that is what is unfolding there for you as far as your general reading. So that is some good news to start off with. And then I'm going to go to Queen Angie for her general, and then Jazz, and then we'll come back to Bacardi Gold, so you can contemplate and around your the love in your life. All right. So Queen Angie, what does Spirit want you to know about December? What would they like you to know? All right. So I am going to show these together because I don't want it to freak anyone out. So you got the Tower card, which is okay because you have the Magician. So the Tower card is just that something is going to be moved out of your way, out of your life, to make uh, room and to open a path for you to really step into your power and to focus your energy. So, something that's been taking up a lot of energy for you that's not for your highest good anymore is being removed out of your life so that you can move forward. And not only move forward, but you've been doing the work in the outside world. This is like an apprentice who's been doing the job and doing all the work, and it's about movement up, like to a master. And so this is like movement up in relationship or up and out of a relationship, uh, job, education, finances, movement in the outside world, whatever it is that's been taking up this energy, this is being removed, and it's allowing you to really have your strength shown, and then you do have that movement in the outside world. So the outside world is all that stuff on the outside, of course. So it is like I said, it's relationship. It can be family, friends, romantic, work, school, whatever it may be. Job, like I said, job, education, social status, situations you can get yourself into. And then our bodies, our possessions, our things. And then the movement of, we could be selling a vehicle to get a new one, purchasing a home, or moving to a different location. There's something that's been holding you back that it's now being just blasted out of your life, removed on purpose for a purpose. So when you realize that, just think of it almost like a an old, dilapidated, condemned home that you are living in, and it's got rats and it's leaking gas and water. Plumbing is touchy. It comes and it goes. The water heater's going out. The roof leaks. You know, the floor's caving in spots, and you're just like, but it's all I have. And so you've been holding on to this thing that has not, it's slowly been deteriorating in your life and no longer serving you. And so you step outside to go to the garden that you have, just to grab some vegetables, some fresh vegetables, and here comes the lightning, and as the house is burning down, you're going, oh my gosh, and it's shocking. But if in the back of your mind you remember that the insurance people are going to show up, they're going to put you up in a nice hotel while they rebuild your home up to code with advancements, and it's going to be so much more better than anything that you had, you'll be like, okay, I'm okay with that burning down. you know it's meant to be. And so that's what I feel is coming for you in December. Whatever area of your life, let's see if they'll tell us the area of your life. No, they're just talking about energy. It's where you've been investing a lot of energy, and it's time for it to end with this 10 of Wands. It's ending. And so you can super focus your energy in one direction. So it may be a few things. If you've been just inundated with putting your energy out everywhere, it's coming back to you. So I like that. So just take a deep breath through December, knowing everything that's unfolding is unfolding for you to make space for something so much better. So that's what they have for you right now, Queen Angie. So many blessings. All right, Jazz, let's take a look here. What do you need to know? Let us find out. Let us find out. All right, just two. Oh, well, I guess these two would be enough. Um, you got the Queen of Cups and the Ace of Cups coming in. So you got some really deep diving and connection to your emotions going on here. And so Spirit is wanting you to definitely trust your gut, trust your intuition, connect to the spirit world as much as you can, because here she's offering you the Ace of Cups, which you have in your hand here. And this is the unconditional love of above, the chalice, the holy grail. And it is what brings us our sustenance, what brings us the fullness and the wholeness in our life, because you get to fill up with that and then it overflows out to the world. And I feel like this is an important thing, just a wonderful reminder that you deserve the love first. You deserve to be filled up and then overflowing, not to be a barrel of love that people all plug into and suck your life force out of you to where you're exhausted and you always feel like you don't have anything left for you. It's like you're constantly cooking, giving away all your food, and you're left with morsels. And so, and that's not healthy for the world or for you, because the biggest gift that you can give the world is a healthy, full, overflowing you. And in the beginning, when you cut off people from that barrel that have been just drawing things out of you and not giving anything back, they get a little, what's a good word, pissy. They get a little rah 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 rah, because they got so used to having it without having to pay for it that it's like someone plugged in using your cable and you're getting charged extra. And you're like, why is all this data being used? Why am I being charged for this? And then you find it and you unplug it and they're like, what are you doing? Uh, and it's like you're choosing you. But the big wonderful thing about it all is what we give out of that barrel, because we all do it until we become the chalice. Uh, we're giving bitter, sour water full of resentment. And they know no better. They're drinking that bitter, sour, water. But when we become a chalice and there's no plugging into us, and we fill up and overflow with that unconditional love, it's sweet nectar. They have one little drop of that and they're just like, oh my gosh, it's so much more than anything they've ever tasted before. And so that love is what we get to experience. And then we fill up and they get overflow, but we get to fill up first. And that's what they want for you, Jazz, is to just a reminder about the love and about the fullness that you get to feel. So that's what they have for right now. So there you go, Jazz. Jazz, Jazz. Many blessings to you. All right, Bacardi, let's take a look here. Um, So past life, we will do one because, of course, I want to make sure that we're not. Uh, I'm trying to get to everyone, so we'll pull one past life, and then how can you connect to your past and your higher self? Who were you, and how can you connect? So we'll see here. What past life would you like them to know about? Okay. Um, so in a past life here, this past life that we're looking at here with the 10 being the ending, this is the ending of your life. You when in this lifetime, it was not a horrible death. We're like, yay! You actually uh ended up having your family around, being an old, like, having, and I feel like it is around the, you know, more of the castle days and the villages and that type of thing. And you were not like royalty, duke, and that, but you were not townspeople. It's like you were maybe having a higher place within a territory is what I feel. It's like this. You had enough abundance where you helped people. You were well loved among the villages that were nearby, but it's almost like your residence, it's almost like a villa was set aside. And so I almost feel because of villa, it feels very like Spain, kind of, or Italy, up in those areas. Not like England and that type of stuff, but more the other. Um, yeah, and with the Four Pentacles again, very solid foundation, very solid, wealthy. I feel like it was family wealth that was passed down, and you grew and maintained it, and you know, um, it just felt very full and very whole. And you like died in your sleep, type of thing. It wasn't like I said, it wasn't a horrible death, and then everyone celebrated you. It was a very wonderful life. Now, it wasn't without its pain and suffering, because obviously you did have the devil card and this, and so there was a lot of stuff that you did overcome in your life, because you also knew that you left behind emotions and stuff that didn't fulfill you, during this process. And the I feel it's like very hot-blooded individual. And that's why you got in a lot of trouble in the beginning of in the life, and it ended up biting you in the butt. And but you ended up uh, learning through it, and um, I feel like there was a significant loss that happened in your life when you were younger, and I feel like you were in your early 20s, and it's possibly like your mother passed away in that uh, in that life, and it just really sobered you up. It was like you used to get into fights very easily, and you used to um, roam around quite a bit, from village to village, and um, you know, causing trouble. That's why I'm going to put it. And you had a couple children in a couple of villages. You know what I'm saying? And so obviously in this lifetime, you were, I feel, a male entity. But I love it because of the journey that you went through and how the change that you turned things around, and by the end of your life, when you were on your deathbed, you were happy with what you had, done in your life, how you had turned it around. And it's like one of those lives where, I mean, it's very beautiful. It's like you just had nothing that you regretted, and there was nothing more you felt you could do. It's just like you had lived a very full life. And so I feel like that is um, like an easy life, that not an easy life, but a life that we choose, a full of joy and everything else. And it's like, yeah, but then there's other lifetimes that we want to try to experience different things, because we all don't want lives like we have back home, which brings you into connecting to your past and connecting to your higher self. The one of the biggest thing, and this is for everyone, right? That spirit is It's all about getting away, getting out of our minds, getting out of our human, realizing we're so much more than just the human character that we're living. We're actually the actor behind the character. We're a powerful, supernatural, eternal spirit being. And we realize that it's us, that our human is a piece of that. It's like we're the tip of a finger of this mighty being. This is my human that I'm walking around and, experiencing life down here, but I expand up into the heavens. Um, what I would recommend, I have a YouTube series, and I have it linked in the description box of this video. It's a free video series called U times 2. I just finished the last one a couple weeks ago. It's like 40 videos, but they're like anywhere between 10 minutes up to 20. Sometimes I think there was one that was 30, but most of them are like 10, 15 minutes. And they all introduce how we can get to know our higher self and realize the two of us that are living that. So that is what I would recommend to check out, um, because that is really the beginning, is to understand there's two of you that are living this human experience. Once we can get that in there, we start developing this higher relationship with our higher self. And then past lives, and we look at things, they become less important. We live more in the now and the connection with our higher self. Past lives are cool. We already have all that information down in our subconscious and our unconscious. It's part of what we carry with us all the time, all our past lives. And you are unconsciously using the wisdom that you've gleaned over your past lifetimes. Um, but the more we connect in the now with our higher self, the less we're really focused on the past or the future. We're focused more on experiencing what is happening around us. So that is what they have for you right now, Bacardi Gold, and whoever else that was meant for. So many blessings to you. Thanks for being here. All right, Shruti Kumari, I am doing well. Hopefully, you are doing well. And we will look into your question here. Just scroll back up. It moved very fast. There it is. So, why is your ex keeping an eye on you? Why not? Let's take a look here and see what Spirit would like you to know about your ex, why they're watching you. Okay. Anything else? All right, let's get this all together and see what we have going on here. Okay. Okay. So I really feel with these cards here, we've got the two of wands and the chariot, which is all about deciding where they want to invest their energy and what they want to do, their plans, and this is their choices and movement of their choices and looking at the repercussions of their choices. And I feel like, especially with this Queen of Cups and this Nine of Wands coming together, they're really reflecting a lot about why they made the choices they did and the blocks that they feel they've created within themselves. They're really the Nine of Wands out of all this. I feel like all of this is behind here. Um, and that the Nine of Wands is that they're feeling like they're up against a wall and they're just trying to understand, did I make a right choice? Um, what are the other options? What are the choices? And I feel like they're looking not so much at like 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 wanting to get back. I don't feel that type of energy here. I feel like they're more trying to see things from a different perspective. And that pops in here with the moon and the hanged man here. I mean, this is about diving deep into emotions, which is what that Queen of Cups is. They're diving deep, trying to get into the unknown, trying to figure out what is going on inside of them. And the hanged man is about them putting everything on pause, looking at things from a different perspective. Because, here's another nine coming in. So they have the Nine of Wands about their energy and the energy blocks they have. And then they have all these thoughts, these beliefs, these mindsets, so much on their mind about what's next. What am I going to do? I don't know, blah, blah, blah. Right. And so they are contemplating all this stuff and they're looking at you. It's almost like they're checking in just to see, is there anything there to draw them back? But I don't feel like they have anything um, that's drawing them anywhere, and that's what's making them feel weird because they do want to be in a higher place in their life and have a new beginning. And I feel like they're in this defensive mode where like they feel they're here and they're protecting themselves from everyone telling them what to do, and they're looking for this nurturing of themselves and this change of their uh, outside world. And uh, it's just they're really in a little I have to be careful how I say things on YouTube, but they're just in a storm full of doo doo, and they just don't know what is up and what is down. I just feel like their whole life is just spinning out of control in so many different ways, and they can't get their mind around it. They can't get their heart around it. And so it's almost like they look to you to as an anchor of what they had, just to have them as like a point to know what direction they're going, right? They look back to go, okay, that's where I was. Okay, now let me turn my way slowly, and so they don't feel as spinning out of control is what I feel. So I don't feel like they're, it's to get back, um, because when they look back and go, well, maybe it's better that I go back, and they're just like they just don't have that desire there. So I feel like it's kind of weird, right? But it seems, something. It seems like he's a pretty uh, gets into his mind a lot. He just really sits in his head, and so that's where he spins out of control. But that's why he's keeping an eye on you. It's like he more looks at your life as an anchor and going, okay, it kind of helps balance their life out in a interesting way, if that makes sense. But yeah, I definitely don't feel like any cups kind of energy of love and regret as far as like I want to get back, I want to go backwards. They're like, no, they are determined to go into this storm that's ahead of them. They just look back for um, a little bit of anchoring before they head back out, just so they know which direction they're going. It's almost like looking at the stars while you're on a ship. They like look for, okay, so that's the star, and I know that this is the way I want to go. And it's very interesting, and I'm very glad that they are your ex. This is something much better, more in alignment for you is ahead. So that's what they have for you, Shruti. Many blessings to you. Thank goodness, right, for unanswered prayers. So, Lisa, you are up next. Does someone like you that you're not aware of? Ooh, let's find out. So let's take a look here. Does someone like you that you are not aware of? Any secret admirers? Okay. It does appear with the Ace of Swords, this can mean new communication. But there is someone, but they're kind of at a crossroads, whether they want to speak up or not. So there is someone. Um, can you tell us anything about him, or are they supposed to remain secret? Yeah, Knight of Swords. So it feels like they are going to be making movement. So there will be communication that will be forthcoming because the Knight of Swords is movement of communication. So I feel like they're moving towards that. Wow. Okay. Yeah. Because but this is what was keeping them from making movement is because they've have heartbreak in the past and they're afraid of rejection. They're afraid of being like turned down and being disappointed. But I mean, they got the lovers card there, so they definitely um, have that attraction and that they like you. And the Knave of Pentacles, yeah, is the Page of Pentacles, which is about new opportunities coming up here. So I feel like there's going to be an opportunity for them to talk with you and communicate with you. Uh, and I feel like they know you, obviously. Well, not obviously, because they could be a stalker for all you know, but it's not. It's someone that knows you, that you've met, but it's not someone that you interact with like a whole lot. But there's going to be an opportunity where they get to talk with you again. And I feel like they're going to have this brave moment where they uh, communicate in a way that you realize they are there to talk to you and not it's not just by happen chance. They're like, oh, I thought you'd be here. It'd be something like that. And you're like, oh, really? Well, hey, and um, so there is someone, but that's as much as they want to give you right now because it's all about the mysteriousness, the mystery, the unfolding of the journey, right? So that's what they have for you right now. So many blessings to you. All right, self love, you are up. The universal blessings for your upcoming life. All right, let's take a look, see what we got going on. Let's take a look here. All right, well, they gave you a couple cards here. Oh, man. Well, it's good. I like the combination of these two for you because they have temperance, which is balance, patience, but then they have the chariot, movement, victory. It's like, okay, so it's like just give it a little bit of time that you are going to have blessings coming into your life very soon. but I feel like you've been in the patience place for a while, and that's why I like the chariot coming up after the temperance. Because if it was the reversed, that means, oh, you're gonna have victory, but you got to wait for it. It's like you've been waiting for victory, but it's coming. Uh, which is the way it came out. So I like that. So can you tell us a little bit about what area of this life it is? Okay. Well, you are having some peace of mind come in. So something that's been causing conflict in your life um, is coming to this. They're not dead, they're sleeping. They've found the Ace of Swords here. These expectations are falling away, and this conflict is what's falling away. It's changing to where you just have this peaceful mind. So, if you've been having trouble sleeping or having a lot on your mind where you just feel a lot of stress, that those are some of the victories that are coming, or things are transforming and changing. And even without you doing anything with these particular areas. Um, do show you're walking away from emotions that no longer serve you. And the little rabbit, he's headed off over here up to the Nine of Cups, which is wish fulfillment. So it does feel like your life is these blessings are going to make you feel as if you are, yeah, I figured that's what it was going to be about. About love coming in, heightened love that comes in. And yeah, uh, that's what I feel like their main thing is like, these altercations and these conflicts that have been there really are taking care of themselves so much. And with you consciously being done with old emotions that you're like, you know what, I've been rehearsing these and um, nursing them over and over and over and over again, but I'm done. I'm just tired of feeling them. And they've done what they needed to do. They've shown me what I wanted to see about myself, and you're leaving them behind. And that's what opens up your life to even more blessings because you're not facing backward towards your past and allowing it to impact your forward life so much. Because obviously, self love, you've been working on your self love, and that's what's releasing so much of this. So I really like it. So beautiful, beautiful. And that's all they have for you this evening. So many blessings for you. All right, Alex, you would like a general reading. Well, let's take a look here and see what they've got going on. So, what would you like Alex to know in this moment? Okay, I was going to say, can you tell me a little bit more about this? Let's see what this is here. All right. So you do have the Knight of Cups here, the Knight of Chalices, and this is about movement of love and movement um, in emotionally, which is great because because here come the love. You got the Page of Cups, so there is movement, there is love coming into your if you don't already have love. If you do have love already, then it would mean a heightened love. But I feel like you're not currently smitten, and but smittenness is coming because you also have the Wheel of Fortune, which is the end of um, old things and the beginning of new things. New things are coming in, and the wheel is turning in your favor. So all of this, and I mean, all this is all pink, pink, high heart love. So you have all this beautiful love that's coming into your life, your love life in the near future. And yeah, you had the Seven of Pentacles, which uh, the waiting period is over. So the Seven of Pentacles, is about what's the last thing that grows on a fruit tree? The fruit. But it also is that the fruit that you had that harvested, you were just like, it's not what I want anymore. And so I feel like you're releasing the old because you're like, I don't want to get what I always got. I want something different. And you've been really focusing on that. And now here comes the love. The love is starting to flow here. And that's what they want you to know right now is that because of your attention and your intentions, things are changing and you have changed the vibration of your love, and the self love has been growing, and you've been really reevaluating things in your life, which is changing your vibration from what this used to be, what it used to draw in, to this new love that you're going to be drawing in. So it's going to be so different than what you've had in the past. It might even, as one of my friends said, it almost feels boring because not as there's no fights. it's, it's like it goes really well and it just is joyful. And I'm used to drama. And I'm like, well, you can always strike up some drama if you want, or don't do it with them. Go have a fight with the grocery clerk. Do something else for drama, but keep the relationship good. But that's what I feel for you, Alex, is that there's this wonderful, um, pleasant experience coming for you with love. So that's what they have right now for you. So many blessings. Hey, Melissa, welcome, welcome. Glad to see you. And it looks like you have a question down below, so we'll get to you in just a moment. And Cynthia Brito, hello. Let's see here. Do you have a new love interest coming this next year? Let's take a look. All right. Let's see what we have. Will you have a new love interest? Oh no. The devil. Oh no. No, this isn't bad. It was just funny. That's like, do you have a new love interest? Yeah, you're drawing in this beautiful reflection that's coming here for you. Let me take a look and see what else. So there's new opportunities that are coming in. Let me see here. I don't feel love yet here. Like a new love, a new love. Yeah. I feel like what you're going to be working on, especially with that devil card, is this. So past heartbreak and all the emotional confusion that came around this, there was so much that you felt around the last love, right? And so there's all this stuff that this is what our shadow does. Our shadow comes in to show us what changed us, what is keeping us feeling trapped and restricted, which is us. It's our own expectations that keep us in a cage. They are just our friend. Our shadow is like a part of us. It's our inner child. It's our higher self. It's this beautiful entity that uh, guides us into the subconscious and the unconscious and connects us to the heavenly realms and takes us behind the veils, and it brings the stuff to light that we're not aware of, that is still running underneath the surface and still impacting our life. And your shadow is a part of you, and it doesn't want you to go and experience a new relationship with all this stuff, because it's just going to be a photocopy of what you've had in the past if all that stuff is still there. And that's what they're wanting you to look at, because they have the 10 of wands, which is a lot of energy is being used to maintain these emotions, and these resentments and the pain, and the beliefs and the mindsets and the stuff that's just been womb, womb, womb. And it's all about commitment, because it's the Hierophant is about commitment when it's about relationships. So, what will bring the new opportunity? There's a new opportunity coming up that will bring, I know, yeah, exciting, all of this in. And I kind of feel like it is the X that is bringing this to your face over and over again for you to really feel what comes up. Like he is this beautiful mirror. I really feel almost like it's twin flame energy with them. Yeah, 6 of cups. So it is a past life, um, twin flame type of situation. And let me explain what a twin flame is, because there's a lot of different definitions, but this is what spirit, um, twin flame means between spirit and me, and what they're meaning is they're saying it now. We have these soulmates, friends, family, children, dogs, cats, coworkers. We have all these souls who agreed to be all these actors in the movie that we're in to give us the experiences we want. And so we have some soulmates are with for days, others months, others years, others lifetimes. And but the twin flame is a special agent we can't get away from because there's this bond of like this soul agreement that we had before we came down that no matter what, I'm going to be in your life. And we agreed that you're going to teach me this and this and this at all costs. And that I'm going to teach you this, this, and this at all costs by being this mirror, by being this reflection that you cannot escape from. And I was talking to a friend of mine who she actually does twin flame healing and processing and helps people with their twin flame journeys. And I was like, it feels like, instead of being in a boxing match where you're in a relationship and you're all with the big boxing gloves, it's more like blood sport, like this kung fu movie I watched when I was young, where they tied the people to each other and they couldn't get away from each other out of the ring. And that's what a twin flame is. And I kind of feel like your ex is that for you in this lifetime. I just feel such a tight bond between you guys that it's like you can't you can't escape one another. And but it's on purpose, for a purpose, both very passionate, and that's what a twin flame is. It's full of passion. There's a draw. There's so much physical chemistry, sexual chemistry, mental chemistry. There's so much that just draws us to them, but there's also the side of it because it's so extreme in the passion, in the energy. And that's what I feel for you, Cynthia. And I don't think you're going to be able to get away from it. I feel like that he's the one that you just learn so much through. Yeah, because you got the temperance and the balance. So it's the tempering. I really feel like that tempering. Sometimes I use the example of gold. How it gets purified is it gets put in a flame that is higher and higher, and that's the twin flame. So with that temperance card coming out, it basically is confirming it for me. Um, so I don't think you're gonna have a new love interest this next year, because I think the old love interest is going to be. It's like you guys are just going across each other's path over and over again. Like you'll come together for a little bit to have things brought up, and then you'll apart to have that time alone to process it, and then you'll come back and come back and come back for a little bit um, until you've learned what you've wanted to learn from this twin flame. And then after that, who knows? But I feel for this next year, I don't feel like new love. I know. It would have been a much more fun reading if I'm like, yes, look, Ace of Cups, Two of Cups, Lover's card. Yay! But no. There's this twin flame wonderful journey, but you signed up for it. That's the biggest thing. Your signature's on the dotted line. So it's not something that's happening to you. You signed up for this to happen for you. So that's what they have. So many blessings, Cynthia. Hang in there. We're here for you. This is your soul family. This is all the support group. We all come here for the love support. All right. Katie P, hello. So we'll see how your month of December will go for you. Absolutely. I just want to check something real quick here because where did I put all that? Well, I won't do that now. But, I have a feeling, I don't know, I'm not sure if you've checked the winners of the 1 hour personal recorded reading. I have a list somewhere, but it's not readily available. But check it out. But let's take a look here and see what your month of December, what they want you to know about that. All right, let's see what we got here. Well, I do like this for you. You have the Empress card. So December does have a new birth. It does have this beautiful, nurturing, and wonderful, just Mother Nature, Mother Nurture feel about it, and harvest. And usually the 10 of Wands can mean, oh my God, so much energy being invested, bah, but this actually, with these two together, this is the harvest. This is, you've gone out to the fields and you've been investing um, time and energy into growing things. And now this is you carrying this harvest in December. So I feel like it is this abundance that's coming in with those cards that are coming in there. And you have the Queen of Cups. So the Queen of Cups is, definitely wonderful spiritual experiences. I feel there's like this wonderful diving deep within your emotions and feeling this wonderful um, joy that you haven't felt in a while, and just feels like a very joyful month for you. It just feels very, very freeing. And I feel like it's because this, excuse me, the Seven of Swords, you've really looked at your thoughts and your beliefs and your mindsets that were stealing from you before. And, like before you've like left two behind, you only have five left. I feel like you've like almost left them all. Just have really, really let a lot of stuff go. These beliefs that were stealing your joy, that were making you feel worth less and have feelings of lack and everything. And I just feel like you've really, with the especially this King of Wands, you've really taken control and taken your that power back in your life, and you're really focusing on what you want to grow. And I really feel like you've had this strong desire of gratitude and focusing on what you do want in your life. And you really have been going, I'm not going to focus on what's missing. I'm not going to focus on what I don't want in my life. And you've really been doing that switch of energy. And that is what is coming forward. That is what is being spawned from all of this. So, all the love, the love, the love, like you have there, love for all for love. It just feels like your energy has just been focusing on that. And so it is impacting you. And you even say here, I'm all for love. Does anything even worth in the world unless it's for love, either self-love or unconditional love? Yeah, towards others. And that's what I feel like, you're just brimming over with all the love, exactly as the stuff that you're talking about here. It is exactly what they're talking about. You just, December just feels like a whole new world, because we see the world as we are, not as it is. And so if I'm in chaos, I see the world in chaos. If I am angry, I see a very angry world. If I'm at war inside myself, I feel the world is at war. But if I'm at peace inside, I see a world of peace. Well, if I'm full of love inside, I see a very loving world. And I feel like that's what you are seeing in December because of what you've done on the insides. So I like it, Katie. I like that a lot. So that's what they have for you for December. I mean, it's just going to be choices of love in each moment. And that's what you're doing. You know, I just love it. So that's what they have. So many blessings to you. All right, Cynthia, those numbers are going up. Do you mean the numbers of subscribers? I love it. I mean, we're having so many wonderful people join our soul family, and it just means so much. I'm just constantly blown away by how fast all the love that we are putting out to the world, how it's just growing. And I love that we're all here together doing it. I just am so grateful. So, so grateful. All right. So, Melissa Carre, you are up next. So, you want to clarify here about Henry because you haven't been talking for 3 weeks now. So let's see what's up with Henry. Wasn't there a movie called Regarding Henry? Maybe. Let's see. Take a look here. What's going on with Henry? What's this silence about? Okay. Anything else? Well, they are off on their own little journey. It looks like they have new love in their life. And it looks like it's all about the money. So got all these cards, the 9 and the 10. I'm sorry, the 9 and the 10, fullness of abundance, how they're feeling and out in the outside world, and they have this, they just are feeling overflowing where they're just giving, 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 giving. And but I feel like whatever this new passion is, that's what's been taking them away. They just went in a different direction. And I love how Spirit tells us, though, that people don't leave us. People, like, we don't lose jobs. Jobs are removed out of our life. People are moved out of our life to open up the path to go where we're intended to go, to make space for that which is destined to be in our life. And so they're showing me in my head something they showed me earlier today in a reading similar to this, where they're like, when they want to get someone out of your life, it's like trying to distract. They just say it in humorously, so they're not being douches about it. But they're like, when you have a dog and they want to get it away from you, they just get its attention with a tennis ball and throw it, and then it just goes running after it. And we're like, all right, they're out of your life now because we have something more we want you to head toward. And you have the Four of Swords, which is about peace of mind, and it's letting go of expectations. These are the supposed tos and the shoulds and the need tos and the have tos that bring us heartbreak and disappointment. And the Ace of Swords here is what helps you do that, because the Ace of Swords allows you to connect to the capital T truths of the higher realm, which is rooted in unconditional love, which is actually this cup for you. It's full of that eternal unconditional love, and it allows you to see yourself differently, see yourself as full and loved and worthy of love. And it allows you to cut away and realize a lot of these small t truths of the human world, which are rooted in the fear of losing conditional love, that it's the cutting away of these things, that these are opinions we were given when we were younger about this is who you're supposed to be in a relationship. This is how the relationship is supposed to go. This is who that other person is supposed to be. It's a long, long list that spans every area of our life. But that Ace of Swords allows us to see from a different perspective. And we don't feel the fear and the pressure to do all these things because we're free from them. And so there's this freedom that's coming here through this. And but like they said, Spirit is saying that they were removed out of your life because they showed you what you need to see right now, and your soul signed up for something different than not with this person. And so they were drawn off into some bright shiny stuff away from you so that you could move forward facing these beliefs, these small t truths, and get them out of your path so that you can move forward and you can move toward your destiny and move towards partnership that is more in alignment with who you are, so you don't have to shrink, you don't have to dim your light, you don't have to pretend to be someone you're not. You get to be your authentic self, and there's someone that loves you for your authentic self. And that's what they want for you, and that's what you wanted for yourself, and that's why this was arranged at this point, this destined interaction between you and Henry was for this purpose, but now that purpose is over and new things are a coming. So it's very positive for you where it's coming. And I know it's kind of rough in the moment, but uh, just try to take as many deep breaths as you can and feel the love from above and how everything is unfolding for you. So that's what they have for you right now, Melissa. So many blessings to you. All right, Mira, you are up and you'd like a general reading for the coming week and an angel message. We'll combine these together just for the sake of I want to try to get through as many people as I can in the free readings. So I'm just trying to be fair for everyone. So we'll combine it together and see what the angels want you to know for the coming week. Let's take a look here. Okay. Wow. So you got the mediumship card here. Beautiful card. And whatever you see in this picture too is a special message for you. I call them the spiritual ink blot test. And let's see what message is coming through your angels for you. And it says, when thoughts of our departed family members or friends come to mind, it is because they are with us in that moment. Yes. This card can be a way for your departed loved one to tell you that they love you and are still very much here with you. Most likely, you are in need of their love, support, and encouragement at this time. And though you can no longer see them, they have not left your side. The other reason this card can come to you is because you have a gift and an ability to speak to those on the other side. It is quite possible that you are not aware of this gift, and Spirit is encouraging you to begin to develop this skill. On the other hand, you may be quite aware of your mediumship abilities, but questioning your skills and your level of connection. Most intuitives feel they could be more connected, bring through clearer messages, or receive more information. It's true. We all do, right? It is hard not to doubt yourself at times, but right now, Spirit is saying not to. You definitely have a gift, and sometimes we just simply need to get out of our own way. It is the truth. Try not to compare yourself to other mediums. Just allow your gift to operate for you in its own unique way. Trusting and accepting are the quickest ways to nurture your connection to its fullest potential. Either way, those on the other side are reaching out to you at this time. Be open to their communication in whatever form it may come. Every person on this earth is born with the ability to connect with those who have passed over. So do not doubt yourself. Do not doubt them. The more open and accepting you are, the stronger their communication will be. Ooh-hoo-hoo. So definitely your angels and all of your spiritual posse, they're wanting you to focus on being this channel of uh, loved ones on the other side of spirit, of your spirit guides, your angels, your ancestors. You have this gift. And so the general reading for the coming week is to begin to really look into developing that connection and not trying to duplicate what other people do, but finding out the special way that you connect with spirit and how you want to do that. Some people paint, some people make music, some people do cards, some people um, do seances or whatever it is, whatever you know that you feel this connection. This is what they want you to focus on, Mira. So I love that. So uh, I'm excited for your future and how that's unfolding. So many blessings to you. That's what they have for you right now. All right. Hey, Colleen. Welcome, welcome. Good to see you. Happy Saturday to you too. Hope you are well. All right. Anjali Sharma, you are up. Hello. Who's let's see, so who's protecting you, guiding you, your spirit animal and ancestors team, spirit team? So who's amongst your posse of support? Let's take a look here. So who's protecting and guiding you and your ancestor team? Wow. Well, you have a very large support team, evidently. All these cards, they're just blowing up everywhere. So let's take a look here. Yeah. Well, obviously. So I like these three cards that came out. They're just saying, here's the high priestess. So you definitely, um, you know, trust your intuition, trust your gut, spend as much time as you can on your hermit's journey, because the hermit's journey is this is all them, in the little bright light here guiding you on your path. So you are definitely being guided by a whole slew of individuals. And the Nine of Pentacles here is showing that usually they show someone in a garden with spirit. And so they're like, yeah, you are with us and we are with you all the time. So that is definitely them um, showing themselves with all that. And you have the Knight of Pentacles. So the Knight of Pentacles, it's interesting because you're asking about like your ancestor team and your spirit animal, and for some reason, this Knight of Pentacles is really uh, their focus on having you look at you gauging your worth as it relates to the outside world, and um, I feel like they really want you to spend that time with them so much. I just feel like it's almost they're calling you to the high temple, and they really not that they want you to be a literal hermit, but they're just like it's so much like at this time in your life or like right now that it's time for you to really keep to yourself, and go inward, inward and upward, inward and upward, inward and upward is what I keep feeling here. Because there's these two sevens are showing that there's some obstacles that are in your path right now that they want to help you through and guide you through, and and so they keep on reverting back to that because they I don't know, are bunny rabbits, have you been seeing a lot of bunnies? Because the 10 of cups here, they're just showing there's this emotional fulfillment that you will find within, and I'm not sure why they keep on bringing back knights and bunnies, and I'm not sure um, if that means anything for you, but I just really feel like with all this, the high priestess and these nines, they're guiding you inward, 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 and they're really, like you saying, they're protecting you. They're wanting you to stay close to yourself because these two sevens I feel are obstacles that are out there that they just at this time it's not for you to deal with, and it's better for you to kind of step away from family and things and activities and stuff and just spend time inward and upward with them. It's interesting. um I feel like we want to go to one of this Return of Spirit deck too. So let's take a look here. Thank you guys so much for all your patience as I go through each reading. I know sometimes they go off and do extra stuff, and but someday that happens for you too, right? And then we're okay. We like the extra attention. So let's take a look here. Tell us about who's guiding spirit animal ancestor spirit team. What can you tell us? Hmm. So they brought you the worthy card here. And whatever you see in here too, let me see if I can get it closer because there it goes. So whatever you see is a special message for you. But I feel like they've hijacked your what you're wanting, and they keep on bringing it back to your worth, right? Because it says you are one of the loving spirits who has come to be in service to humanity this lifetime. This strong desire and need to give to your fellow man is embedded deep within your soul's blueprint. You play an important role in the cosmic plan. And this card has come to you today as Spirit's way of giving you a much needed reminder that you hold a great worth and value. You can no longer question whether you are worthy or if you have value in this world. We all look to our physical world for confirmation. We question whether we are good enough, wanted, and needed. We want the world to tell us that we're doing well and that it wants what we have to offer. But your value and worth cannot come from anyone or anything outside of you. Wow. Just as you are right now in this moment, you are enough. It is time for you to begin to understand your own worth and value. Spirit is asking that you start now to understand just how important you are. Begin by asking yourself, how much would you value someone who was as kind to you as you are to others? If you met a person whose inner heart was as caring and loving as yours, would you value them in your life? If someone gave to you as you give to others, would you value it? Of course you would, it says. You need to see yourself. See just how valuable you really are. Your worth does not come from what you do or how you behave. Your worth comes from the fact that you are part of the God source. Once you fully realize this, you will play an invaluable role in helping others to discover their own worth too. Well, so there you go. They are like, we are all protecting you, we're all guiding you because this is a purpose that you have. And I feel like that you needed to hear that because they do not. I was gonna go like, well, I'll go grab a spirit animal, one of the spirit animal decks, and I'll go do this. And I got angel and ancestor cards, and they're like, "Oops, pull it from here. This is the message right now." So they are saying that's for another time, another day. Maybe I'll do a day of spirit animals and ancestors and past life readings. Maybe I'll have some different ones. All right, but that's what they have for you right now, Anjali. So many blessings to you. We'll circle back around because I know I love hearing about those things too. But that's what they have right now. So many blessings for you. All right, double, triple, quadruple X. You want to uh, ask if you're going true karma, or if you're going through karma. But sometimes it feels like it, right? What have I done to deserve this? And then we'll answer your other question there too. Here, let's just take a look here and see what do you want them to know about what they're going through right now. Okay, okay. So you're just going through a rebirth, is what is happening. So it's not karma. It's not like sometimes karma is misconstrued as you're reaping what you're sowing. So you did something bad. Now this is what's happening to you. Spirit, and I know this is not normal uh, interpretation of through some other spiritual beliefs, but spirit was telling me karma is a little different than the human understands it. Karma is more like if let's say I'm a really bad boss to people and I'm a real jerk and I'm just rah, 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 just mean and abusive and firing people for just looking at me the wrong way, and just this real hurting person that expressed it on people because I had the power. And that was what I wanted to experience in that life, to feel what that feels like. um and then, because I want the full picture and the full of experience from different points of view, I'll go back another lifetime and then I will be the employee that has that type of boss so that I could feel and understand and experience that side of things. It's not punishment. It's not that I have to make up for something because there's no judgment on the other side. There's no like, okay, you messed up, you got to make up for it, and you have points to make up because you lost points, you got demerits. Now you have to go through, you know, um, what do they used to call it when you'd get detention? Now you're in detention. It's not that. It's we see different points of view, and that's not what I feel like you are wanting to experience with this. This is a rebirth that you're going through. So there's things that are being brought to you on purpose for a purpose that you had designed so that you will want to let them go, that will become exhausted where you just don't want to have to hold on anymore to these thoughts and these beliefs and things, because you are on a pursuit here with the Knight of Cups, the Prince of Cups. You're questing after the unconditional love of above, and here you are with the Queen of Cups being offered it. So you're on this pursuit of letting go and seeing conditional love of the human world that is rooted in fear. And you're realizing a higher love through it too. And in order for us to do that, it's like taking candy from a baby, but that's what they're showing in my head. So I'm going with it because the candy anymore. And so eventually has a sour center. And so once they get to the sour center, they don't want it anymore. And it's the design. Because if we were always satisfied with the candy and the fears and conditional love of the outside, we'd never turn inward and upward to experience a whole new world here. And that's what's going through here right now for you is, this fears are being thrown into your face through these situations. You're being triggered so that you could see the fears, and then you're able to overcome them and question them and release them so they'll never trigger you again. And so that's what's going through here with all of that. And you ask if it's safe to put salt down in your house. um, just don't put it in a walkway where you'll slip and hurt yourself. That's the only well, the only way it could hurt you. We are so powerful. Whatever we do, um, whatever we use as ritual, whatever we use as our power, like this could be just a stone, but I can ignite it in my life by putting power behind it and making it mean something to me, that this is the magic wand. When I point it, it's going to do stuff. And that is our power. So you can empower salt, you could empower pepper, you could empower chili peppers. We get to put the energy behind, we're the ones that make something matter. We're the power source. So that's why if we and they even have it like in science, right? Whatever they call it when it's not a real pill. I can't think of the word right now, but if it's not the real pill, but they don't tell people and they believe they're taking this thing that cures them, and then they're cured. And it's like that's the power of our will and our energy. So it's like if you feel salt will help magnify your energy to feel safe, to keep things out, you can do that. Or you could even just sit down in the middle of your home, put your hands on the ground and just feel the love fill you up, flow through you into your floor, into your walls, into your ceiling, into all of your property, and fill the air, and that it just moves out anything that is not of light. You give it a chance, convert to light, or you have to leave outside of these walls. That's the power we hold. My hands are heating up. I'm activating my energy. I'm doing it right now in your house. But it's like this energy that we do, and it's this belief that is where all your power comes. And so I love that. So many blessings to you. That's what they have for you right now. Double, triple, quadruple X. So many blessings to you. All right, Mars, you are up. So Mars, how does Cancer feel about you right now? Let's see here. What does this Cancer sign feel about you? I'm just going to take a quick sip here. All right. So what would you like Mars to know? I love that name. Well, they are kind of let's say they're a mental case in that they are going to their mind a lot. Because here's the King of Swords who rules over air and is given double air. So they are very much about this Ace of Swords and about looking into their thoughts and beliefs. They are looking into their own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that they feel steal from them, steal things out of their life. And so they uh, they have the King of Swords, and then you also have the King of Cups. So on one hand, they have all this going on in their mind and they're drawn here, but this is what they're thinking about. They're thinking about love, and they're thinking about emotion and how to balance their emotion with their mind and their heart. And this is the wish fulfillment card. And it's just like they are really trying to figure out what of their own thoughts and beliefs are stealing wish fulfillment from them. What is holding them back? Why can't they act on it? And then also, I feel like they're also going, "What is my wish?" So very much in their head, and so if they're an air sign, that would explain it, or if they have a lot of air in their chart. But they've just got all these thoughts and these thoughts about thoughts and thoughts about thoughts and lists about their thoughts. And so I feel like they have emotions. I just feel that they're categorizing them and putting them in jars. It feels very Aquarian. I'm Aquarian sun. So I understand the compartmentalization that we can do with emotions. And we have chambers in our heart, more like wine cellars, that we have all the bottled emotions. And that's so we keep them all organized and at the proper room temperature. And I kind of feel like that's like well, you said they're a Cancer, sorry, but I feel like they have a lot of air in their chart, because I feel like their emotions, even though they're a Cancer sun sign, I feel like maybe their moon is in a air. It just feels like their emotional side of them is very organized and very mental, where Cancer is the sun, which is where we look for our desires, how people might see us too. Um, but I kind of feel like they're not as emotional as we would expect them to be, or that you would want them to be. They just are very much in their head right now, trying to figure out, explain their emotions, and understand what their wishes are. So I don't think they know. I don't think they know how they feel about a lot of things, it feels. So, it's very interesting energy. It just feels like a tornado, or a giant, uh, like a giant hurricane, and they're in the eye of the storm, and they're watching all their emotions going by, trying to capture them to categorize them. That's the kind of energy that's going on with them right now. So I'm not sure what's going on in their life. Maybe there's a lot of stuff going on in their life, and that's why they feel like they're in this emotional storm, but they're have shut down their emotions to try to be in the middle to be able to categorize and understand them. So that's what they have going on right now, Mars, Mars. Very interesting. Very interesting emotions. So, but that's what they want you to know right now. I feel like while you're waiting for them to figure out and categorize, that it is about, looking inward. You have the King of Cups, I mean, the Knight of Cups. Actually, no, this is the Princess of Cups, which is the Page of Cups. In either case, it's about pursuing this higher love, which is focusing on your self love and your connection to the higher realms. And so while they're in this project that they're in, you can focus on your own self love and what are your wishes? What are your true wishes? How do you feel about yourself? And expand your self love. That just, whenever there's a pause going on, that's what spirit wants us to do. It's like things are going slow for a reason to give you time to raise the vibration of your own self love to match what is meant for you in the future. And so they want you to work on that now. That's why they slow down things so that you can have time to do it. And the more you work on it, then the faster things speed up on the outside world as well. So that's what they have for you right now. So many blessings for you, Mars, Mars. Right? Carla, you are up. Oh, let me scroll back up here. It went down very, very fast. Okay. So, Carla, what will this week be like for you? All right. So, this next coming week, let's see what they have here. Actually, they are nudging me to go over to the Tarot of the Magical Forest. So, let's take a look here. All right. So, what would they like you to know this week? All right. Well, looks like you have some new love headed your way. Wow. Already, huh? Let's take a look. All right. Yeah. So you do have the Eight of Pentacles, which means movement upward in the outside world, whether it's relationship, job, education, money, movement of home. It's just movement happening in the outside world. And you've been doing the work, you've been putting in things. It's like kind of going from an apprentice to a master. You've been doing the work. And I feel like this is about love. Um, you have the Five of Swords, which is normally about conflict. And this is a conflict of your thoughts and your beliefs and your mindsets that have been going on here around relationship and around love. And um, I like that this is coming with that Eight of Pentacles because that's the work that you've been working on. You've been working on these thoughts and these beliefs and these mindsets, and you're like ready to move beyond it. You're ready to um, surrender things. And it's like, I don't have to have conflict. I don't need to um, have these thoughts and these beliefs and these mindsets that tell me who I'm supposed to be. And that's why I really feel the core of it is about you, about who I'm supposed to be. Because when you let yourself off the hook, then you let other people off the hook. When you have yourself under a long list of conditional love laws about love, then by golly, you're going to police and make sure everyone else is obeying too. But the problem with that is that everyone has a different set of rules. And so it's like, okay, when you're trying to reinforce yours, they're trying to reinforce theirs. And now you're little sheriffs that are battling with one another. And I feel like that is what you're releasing yourself a lot from here. Because you do have this beautiful connection with your higher self. And look at all that love. I like it because this is our higher self giving us the love that we've been looking for. This is your human self, and this is your higher self. And it has the, I don't know if you can see the infinity symbol kind of in there. It's up here. Um, but this is us finding that satisfaction. And it's really the unconditional love that we're looking for. we find by connecting inward and upward. And so this does relate to this as well. But I feel like this also has to do with you finding the love within you and with you changing those thoughts and those beliefs and mindsets about love, that it does change things for your energy, because when you're finding everything within you and you're really connecting to this inner love, everything on the outside just becomes extra. It becomes not desperate that we need it to live. It's like, oh, it's just third and fourth dessert. I got everything else inside me, including first and second dessert. But I kind of feel like there is this freedom that's coming regarding love of self and love of others this coming week. And I just feel I don't even feel like there's a reason. It's almost like you wake up in the morning. Okay, there is a reason. But you wake up in the morning, and I like this. There's this feeling here of like you've been in the cocoon, and now you are ready to break out of the cocoon, and you're ready um, to fly. You're ready to go places you hadn't gone before. But I feel like there's nothing that triggers it. It's just time. And you wake up in the morning and you're just like, you have this joy. You just feel loved for no reason at all. And you're just like, whoa, really love this. And so I feel like that's what's going to happen here this next coming week. There's just something that it's just there. You just wake up feeling it. And I like it, because if it happens for no reason at all, then no one can take it away. Right. If it happens for a reason, then someone can take that thing away. But I like this for you, Carla. So that's what they have for you right now. So many blessings to you. All right. So Anjou Tiklakar, you are up next. So universe's guidance for your current situation. All right, let's take a look here and see what they have. So what would you like Anjou to know? Anjou. Okay. Well, it appears that there's about to be a significant change in your situation, because you have the ending and new beginning in the Wheel of Fortune, which means things are going to turn, but it's turning for your favor. It's always really turning for our favor because life unfolds for us, but the wheel is turning, and so things are changing, and it's moving more towards wish fulfillment, because you've got the Nine of Cups, which is about feeling full emotionally in life. And you have the Six of Cups here too, which could be someone returning from your past. And I feel it's more that than that it's memories. I feel like there's this, um, and even more than that, I feel like it's an equal of giving of love, which I normally don't look at it that way, but the way the energy of these cards is, it's like there's, here's the Two of Cups, which is the bringing together of two individuals, and here's two and two. It's like everyone is bringing in equal love into this situation. And so I feel like there's this change where wishes, like the way you're wanting something to turn out does, and that there's this equal give and take, and equal giving of love, of emotion between each other. And you have the Four of Swords too, which is about the peace of mind card. So it is the cutting away of expectations, and having this peace come in through here too. So I feel like whatever this current situation is, there's going to be peaceful resolution, and it's going to feel like it's in favor. It's like what you would how you would like things to turn out, truly turn out, not your mind, but how your heart wants things to turn out. And and I like that for you, because it just feels very balanced. It feels very faded, and I really like that for you. So that's what they have for you right now regarding your current situation. Very easy and breezy, very clear, um, from what I know about it anyway. It seems clear, for me. So that's what they have for you, Anjou. So many blessings for you. All right, Christina Lowe, you are up. Recouping from everyone's, from your holiday. Yeah, right? So, oh, happy early birthday. So your birthday is tomorrow, and if there's any significance for you this next year. Um, Let me see here, because I think I have do I have oh, it's over here. Let me grab the here is a Sagittarius pick a card reading. I want to throw this out here for you, Christina, and any other Sagittarians. um, Here is the pick a card, and so it's for the Sagittarius season. So everyone can go to the pick a cards, but there's a special birthday bonus reading for all the Sagittarius sun babies. So you can check that out too, because I feel like there's something there for you. But we will pull some cards here and see anything significance for you this next year. So, what would you like the birthday girl to know? What's significant this next year? All right. Well, my goodness. So, you do have some new opportunities coming next year. You've got the Page of Cups. I think it's the page. Yeah, the name, the Page of Cups. So, new love coming in and new opportunities coming in next year. So, during this next rotation around the sun, get some beautiful new beginnings and new things coming in here. Because not only that, I mean, you do have some things being removed out of your life for you, which are bringing the three, the Empress, new beginnings. So just know that if things get moved out of the way, blasted out of the way, it's to remove things out of your path so you can move forward or to make room and space for new things to come in. Because I really feel very positive about that, especially since it came out with the Empress. And then you also got these three cards came out together. So I'm going to do these first here because the Three of Cups has a special meaning. And the Judgment card. The Judgment card is your higher self calling you into this higher relationship. The Three of Cups represents all your posse of support on the other side, your angels, your spirit guides, your loved ones on the other side, ancestors, fairies, whatever it may be. That is them making themselves known. So both your higher self and the spiritual posse, there's this special calling into a higher, deeper relationship with them next year as well, which all fits into the Knight of Cups. Yeah, the Knight of Cups. Just making sure I've seen it right. Which is the pursuit of the higher love, the pursuit of connecting to the Holy Grail and obtaining this higher love. And this is what I feel brings so much change in for you because when you are connecting to that love on a regular basis, it is life changing. It changes your whole attitude about work and relationships of all kinds and the world. And there's just a peace that comes through everything and a trust. And like it says, the Three of Cups is also a joy card, a celebration card. So there is this beautiful alteration of things, these new opportunities come in. And so I really feel that, significance, any of the major arcana are significant changes in your world. And you've got, three out of the seven are major arcana. So calling up higher, new beginnings and endings, significant things being moved out of your life on purpose for a purpose. So um, that is the little preview that they have for you for next year. So I like it. It's good things to come. They don't want to spoil everything, right? But it overall is just a wonderful transformative year for you, I feel, because you're taking your inner love to a new level. So I like it. So many blessings to you, Christina. Happy birthday. All right. So, Fairy Wish, you are up next. So, what is Athi thinking about you? It sounds familiar. We'll see what I think we pulled that this morning. We'll see what he's feeling about you now. You know how humans are. One moment they're feeling this, one moment they're feeling another way. Let's take a look. So, what are they thinking about you? Anything else? Just these two. Yeah, so they are thinking. So the 7 of Swords is about they're thinking about what of their own thoughts, their own beliefs, and their mindsets are stealing things out of their life and stealing love. I almost feel like the way they're looking at it is like, look at this. This hand is stealing love rather than bringing it like it normally does on this card. Normally the card is that they're offering you this higher love, but I feel like um, what they're thinking is the emotions that have been sparked have unsettled them. Usually, this is the stable emotions, but I feel like something, an old thought, an old belief, and a mindset, like if they have fears of being heartbroken, fears of being betrayed because it's happened in the past, I feel like it's stealing a cup away and it's bringing this instability. So I feel like they have feelings for you, but I feel like their mind and the fears are have taken over and they have this picture in their mind of being betrayed and having love taken from them, having this taken from them. And this is what's going on inside their head. And so that's what I feel is keeping them from acting because they're just rehearsing and having this thing go over and over and over in their heads. So that's what I have for you right now, Fairy Wish. So we'll have to see. If you asked that this morning in this morning's reading, I'll go check that out too and see if it matches. Because I'm like, I don't know. But that's what they have for you. So many blessings for you. Right, Shivi, you are up. So marrying your boyfriend or having an arranged marriage, which will bring you the best life. All right, what we'll do here, because we'll ask which one is for your highest experience, which they generally will give you energy for both and see which is the one you want because they really honor our power of choice too. But we'll take a look here and see. So boyfriend first. Okay. And then what about arranged marriage? All right. All right. So, boyfriend first. We've got the 2 of cups, the 3 of cups, the 3 of swords, and justice. So, I feel like that if you married your boyfriend, that there would be a third party involved and that you would end up with heartbreak and disappointment and end up in court, um, like divorce, is what I'm feeling from this. So that feels very specific and it came through very, very clear. The arranged marriage, let's take a look here. So the arranged marriage, the 9 of Pentacles shows you finding your wholeness and completeness within you, which is a good solid card because it is about you finding wholeness within, and and it is abundance, of course, and it has wish fulfillment, which is interesting, right? There is this wish fulfillment that comes through the arranged marriage. And the Four of Pentacles is about a stable outside world. And you also have the King of Cups. And I feel like you would be with someone who's very balanced with their heart and their mind, and that they'd actually would take you in a different direction than you ever thought that you would go, um, in there, because this is a change of course, a change of direction. Even and then when I saw this, I even see, like, maybe they'll take you out of country or to a different city, a different state, a different, possibly, like I said, overseas or to a different country. So, I almost feel like that, the arranged marriage feels like it would give you the, uh, wish fulfillment type of life, versus that it's like you choose love, but unfortunately they drift because I this is like three individuals, right? It's like that's him and that's you and that's him and that's someone else. And then the heartbreak card coming in here. And the justice card just feels very legal, and but that's what I have there. I mean, it feels very very direct, and I apologize if that came across that way, but that was very the clarity came through very fast. So that's what they have for you, Shivi. So many blessings to you. Hang in there. Don't go slap him. Slap your boyfriend. How dare you? Psh. All right. So, Divine Goddess, you are up next and you'd like a general reading. So, let's take a look here and see what Spirit would like you to know. Okay. All right. Can you give me clarity around this? Nope, none of those. Okay. All right. So we'll start off with the clarity cards here first, because I was going, where does all this come from? And they're showing here, you know, beautiful Six of Wands, which is victory and recognition. And it's like what comes from this is the work that you've been doing on cutting away your thoughts and your beliefs and your mindsets around things in your life. So this normally is all the expectations. The three, like you just saw the Three of Swords, which is a heart with three swords stuck in it. That's normally what that is. But you have the fourth sword here, which is the Ace of Swords, and it connects you to higher truths, to truths that are rooted in unconditional love, and it allows you to cut away old thoughts and old beliefs. And this is like them recognizing, spirit recognizing that you've done the work. And because of that, you have this victory, this reward that comes in, which will start this way and work the other way. You have the Nine of Pentacles, which is a feeling of wholeness and completeness. Like you're in, but you're finding it within yourself, not from the outside world. And spirit is there with you. You're never alone, but you're finding this wholeness and this completeness through this process, and a connection to your higher self. You're feeling the love from above. You have the infinity symbol representing your higher self and giving them a big old hug and look at all that love, love, love. And so that's bringing you this inner fulfillment as well, both emotionally and it just overflowing out to your world. And that's why that Nine of Pentacles feels like your life is full, because you've been doing that. And then you have the Knight of Cups and the King of Cups. So a lot of emotional fulfillment, a lot of emotional balance, a lot of emotional pursuit, especially for the Ace of Cups, is what this knight quest after, but they're the king. He's got it, which means this quest that you were on, it brought it to you, and you're holding on to this beautiful inner love. And so if it hasn't smacked you yet and been like, boom, here it is, it's being delivered. Because I feel like there's this beautiful uh, inner journey that you've been on, and it's like them recognizing that you've done it, you've made the progress, you've let things go, you've released things, you've focused your intentions and attention, and things are just really starting to blossom in that garden. It's like all these beautiful unconditionally loving roses are blossoming, and that's beautiful, and that's what they have for you. It's like this recognition, and that this is what is headed your way, if you're not experiencing it already. I almost feel like you are already, that you some roses have already blossomed, and you're just like, wow, what is this feeling? It just feels like sunlight, but I feel like that's what they're wanting you to know right now, divine goddess. So that is what they have for you. So many blessings. Hey, Radha Gupta, welcome, welcome. So let's take a look here. So between automation and development, which job is the career for you for success and happiness? So in the world of spirit, there's no right or wrong. So what we'll do is they'll give you energies. There's not right or wrong. There's just different. So one job will bring you something different than another job. And so we'll pull cards for both. So we'll start with automation. What would you like? Automation. What's the energy around that job? Okay, they do want that one, and this one, and this one, and that top one. Okay. And then what about development? All right. So let's take a look here. Automation. All right. Not too bad here. So it is Queen of Pentacles, which is Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, harvest, um, reward, success. So that's good. Four of Swords, there's like with automation, there is peace of mind. I feel like there's not, it's not mentally taxing, like it's not going to be stressful on the mind. You're able to do it with your eyes closed. You do realize through the process your power, and that you get to decide, um, you know, um, if there's a block to learning something or doing something, you realize that you can stand in your power with it, and you're able to remove obstacles and move through things. So I feel like there's progress that happens there too. And the Two of Wands, and again, like these two together, you really realize wherever you focus your energy is what grows through this process too. So I really feel like you learn to stand in your power with the automation. So that's so far. Now let's take a look here and see what happens under development here. Okay. So with development, these sorry, let's do these cards are the ones that I feel separate this from the other one, because there will be disappointments, and there will be, spilt emotions. Like this is like the feeling of disappointment and sorrow. So there's not as much of a happy feeling for this one as the former, the automation. You have the King of Chalices, which is the King of Cups. This would be balancing of heart and mind. So even though it feels like there'd be choppy waters, you could maintain your composure and your emotions through it. But I feel like with this Knight of Wands, where over here you are obtaining your power and you're understanding it, this one I almost feel like you're moving in it. You're always trying to find your power, and it feels like your power is always, it's like a carrot on a stick. It's always out of reach. And the Six of Cups, I feel like the Development might be like a someone else's dream that they gave you, I almost feel, because there's this feeling of, memories, it's the feeling of the past, and it's the feeling of, something emotional from the past. Like, is it someone else did, and this was the career they wanted you to do, or something along those lines. But I feel like between the 2, those are the energies. Obviously, it feels like the automation is more empowering, not as taxing, and is beneficial. And the development one feels like more it's going to be more of a challenge. It's going to be more disappointing, which can be something that you're like, I don't want, you know, this route of ease. I want something that's going to challenge me and put me through the fire and refine me. Well, that would be the development then. So that's the insight that spirit wants to give you right now regarding that. So that's what they have for you, Radha Gupta. So many blessings to you. All right, bright smile, you are up. All right. So you want to ask about your past life and your work life. Is past anything you carry from your past? Okay, so let's take a look here. So you just want to know about a past life and is it impacting your current work? Is it impacting you? All right, let's take a look here. First of all, let's ask about is the past life impacting your work? Um, I don't think so because the Ace of Wands shows about new passion, new experience, and the Knight of Pentacles is a pursuit of your worth in regards to how you relate it to the outside world. So I feel like with this that it's not related to so your current work experience and what's going on at work is not like leftover um, you know, things that you wanted to learn and continue, like you didn't finish learning it in a past life, and so you wanted to carry on. I feel like this is new. This is something new you wanted to experience here as your relation of your worth as it relates to the outside world. Whoop, let me hit my microphone again. Um, yeah. So this is all about your current past here. Yeah. Because this is your higher self and you're human. And this is your higher self basically calling you into this experience of understanding your worth from the inside out instead of the outside in. So, what you're experiencing at work is kind of a rattling of your cage. This examples of when we try to fulfill our worth or define our worth by the outside world, we definitely feel unstable because work constantly changing, ever changing, growing, shrinking, new ways, old ways, bringing back. And, there's constantly changing because the environment and economy and everything is always changing, upgrading, growing, laying people off, hiring people back. It's always changing. Same thing in relationships, people change or pass away. Education ever, stays the same. There's always something changing with it. Our bodies, our bank accounts, things like that, they break down, deteriorate. So all that outside stuff is constantly changing in an influx. And that's what they're showing you that this work is not going to fulfill you. It is unstable and it's disappointing. It'll eventually turn us inward and upward to where we find what we're really searching for, which is what your higher self is calling you to go inward and upward. And so that's what's going on with the work life. It's not about a past life that's bringing it in. Let me see if they have anything here. Is there anything that you'd like Bright Smile to know about past life? It's kind of the same story because it's the They're showing you, past life, it's all about we have wishes that we wish upon a star based on all these small t truths, all these opinions that were given. And the difference is that we are, this is like the supposed to and the should, and the need to and the have to and the must. And this is what your dream is supposed to be. And so they hand you this dream and go, here you go. This is your dream. And you're like, oh, okay. And then you wake up in the morning going, ugh, I got to go live my dream today. Well, that's not your dream. That was this entrapment. This is why you're exhausted, trying to live up to everyone's expectations of who you're supposed to be and should be and need to be. But instead, they're like, drop this and connect to your heart, connect inward and upward, like they're asking you to do. And then you find your true passion. You find out what your true dream is, and then it guides you into what you want to do with your life, how you uniquely want to express this unconditional love to the world. And so this is this um, clearing of things. And how they do that is they show you that these expectations that you're afraid to disappoint other people. You're afraid of what it means if you don't do what it's expected or supposed to be or should be, and all that blah blah blah. What's going to happen? What does it mean about me? But they're showing you that there's a dream that's bigger than you, of this, all these opinions of the outside world, and that when it's time for you to fly the coop, they will make things uncomfortable where you're at to show you that it's not meant for you anymore, that there's something bigger and more in alignment with where you want to go. So that's more, they're like past life. No, it's all about current life. Past life, they all are journeys of worth. Every single one of our lives is a journey of experiencing our worth, going from when we come out of the womb, we start being fed that we're worthless in different ways. And then our entire life is about returning back to remembering how priceless we are. But so much of it is about turning inward and upward to really connect to your heart. So that's what they have for you right now, Bright Smile. So many blessings for you. All right, Brenda Badika, you are up. And let's take a look here. So, do you feel that the best future spouse will be an Indian citizen, a US citizen, or a US green card? So let's take a look here. We'll pull cards for each of those, each one of the three, and then we'll see what energy comes with it. And then you get to choose what you feel is best for you. Because spirit doesn't decide for us, like I mentioned just a moment ago. Yeah, and you had already put your question, obviously, because the list is forever long. So this is an hour ago. You probably wrote your question. So thank you guys again for all your patience as I do make my way down the list. And thanks for all the thumbs up that you've given the video. It does help so much to help spread the love, and it helps my channel grow. So thank you for being a part of the tsunami of love that is flowing out. All right, so let's take a look here. We'll start off with you, Indian citizen. Okay. And then US citizen. And then a US green card individual. All right. Well, we do have, so the Indian citizen shows the lover's card with the Six of Pentacles, which is about abundance, feeling full and complete enough where you would actually be able to help others. So a very full, fulfilled life here. Lover's card. Boom. All right. So that's the kind of energy, full and overflowing. And you can even see here the individual. They're very balanced. They've got the scales. Let's see if it'll focus in here. a little bit. You can see the scales there. So he's got the scales and he's got the coins that he's helping others. And so it's a very filling, full life, very abundant, it feels. And then the US citizen, yeah, will be um, a little different because it's like you will have empowerment, different ways of looking at things, definitely. The Ace of Swords is thoughts, beliefs, mindsets, attitudes, expectations. It's like expectations in the ways that you're used to, of course, would change being in a different country. This is about that and about also feeling empowered, being able to do things differently than you would. But there's some conflicting energy there where in the beginning it feels um, uncomfortable. The wand's energy is fiery energy. It's like people battling, which makes sense that, when you're in a foreign country, depending on where you come across, there are people that don't like foreigners, and unfortunately in the United States during these last few years, it's gotten worse because of certain things, certain fears that people have been ignited and blah, 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 blah stuff. So there is some conflict, there is some friction, um, being away from your home country, obviously, no matter where anyone goes, people are like, you ain't from around here, type of thing. But there's all that other stuff. There's like letting go of expectations and all the ways of doing things, but feeling more empowered and that you could do so much more than you feel you could because of those restrictions. So that's what they have there. Then you have the green card here. And interesting, you got the Queen and King of Pentacles, which is about abundance and wholeness. So I feel like this is both of you guys together. And it is victory, it is recognition, and so there is abundance there too. So, um, those are the three types of energies that are around them. And like I said, there's no wrong choice. You will experience what you've come here to experience. But you can see the energies and what is more in alignment with what is in your heart. And that's what you get to choose about what you would want to choose among the three. So that's what they have for you, Brenda. So many blessings for you. All right. Queen B, you are up. So, what is this Scorpio current feelings towards you? Will you guys reconcile? All right, let's take a look here. All right. So, let's take a look here. So, what is TJ? Scorpio, what is his current feelings and will you reconcile? Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay. Let me take a look at these real quick here. So the last question first. So the 3 of Wands shows a different direction, a different road. So reconciliation with the cards is like no, that they've went off and they're off on their they've went to sea, they went off in a different direction and they're no longer there, so they're like off and gone. Their current feelings for you, um they it's like they have these, here's the 10 of Swords, which was like, I feel like this was in their mind. Like they had all these expectations of who they were supposed to be, who they should have been, who they needed to be, and they felt they weren't living up to that. And so part of this, you know, parting is that they needed to feel free from it. They needed to feel like this instead of like this. And and that may or may not have to do anything with what you were portraying, because all of us, we have all these expectations that are in us from our early childhood. And whether you are saying it or not, it's in my head saying, well, this is what I'm supposed to do and should do and be and blah, 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 and blah, 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 blah. And oh my God, when she said that, that's what she meant by this. And when she said that, this is what she meant by that, that I'm not doing this. I'm going to do this. You might not even have any idea that they felt that way because it was all happening in here, and you can't control that. No matter how hard you may have tried, you cannot control his mind. And so that's like a lot of the stuff that I feel, like feelings as they feel free, because, and that's what happens. I must feel like when they're in a relationship, they look at freedom and go, oh, I wish I could be single. And then they're single and they go, oh, I wish I could be in a relationship. It's like they're always looking at the other side because of those expectations, and there's just so many thoughts. There's just so much in their head. And then they go into their worth, and the high priestess card shows me here, like with them and their feelings, that they were, pulling back and inward and diving deep. And they had these codependency issues that were bouncing around underneath and inside. And what I feel from this is like they felt like they couldn't keep up with your giving. They couldn't keep up with um, your capability and your capacity to love. And there's like this feeling of, I can't, like, they felt low about themselves because they were like, they feel like couldn't keep up, right? And so generally what happens in that type of situation is that they will go outside and become a workaholic, or work out a lot, or hobbies, or friends, or affairs. That's so they'll go for their to feel good about themselves, because they didn't feel like they can't compete, so they won't compete. They'll go and find someone who's not competitive, that can't compete with them, and then they will give to them. And I feel like that they didn't want to do that, and that's why they chose to step out instead of ending up doing something that would hurt you that way and do that way, unless they did. And if they did, then I'm so sorry. I know how that feels to be on that side of it. But but I kind of feel like that is what happened, because you got that 7 of Pentacles is, like they waited and they waited, and things were growing and things were moving along, but then in the middle of it, things didn't the fruit of the relationship didn't unfold the way they thought it would. And so when they saw the fruit, then that's when they made a different decision. They thought they were going to feel different, but with all these things going on in their head and this beliefs about them not being able to keep up with your giving, that's why they opted out. They were like, I don't want to invest energy in that anymore. And that's why they found new passion, new drive, headed off into the other direction, um, which is their emotional choices. And but that's where they have gone off into a different direction. Which, and if they don't do their inner work, that person's not going to make them happy either, because they've got all that stuff going on in here and in here. So that is what they have for you, Queen Bee. So reconciliation, probably after hearing all that, it's like, thank goodness, because um, you do, um, whatever you learned through it all was your mirrors, but he had his all those mirrors showing him all that stuff. And that was for him. And you guys have been the mirrors you needed to be for each other. But now it's time to look into, what you learned about yourself in it. He's going to go off and learn what he needs to learn from it. But there's different things in store for you. So that's what they have for you. So many blessings, Queen Bee. All right, Syra Singh, you are up. What will be the birth month and sun zodiac sign of your husband for who is right for you. All right, well, let's take a look here. I'm not sure that they will give us all of that. They like mysteriousness. All right. So, what are you able to tell us? Let's look at birth month. Will you tell us birth month? Heartbreak. No. So, birth month 3. So, the one that's right for you, that's funny that they show the heartbreak card for the birth month. Don't do a march, whatever you do. Are you going to do process of elimination? Let me see what else they have here. Anything about the sun sign? So, we got the Queen of Pentacles, which would be an earth. And the Ace of Swords. Yeah, I don't think they're giving me what you're asking for here because they're showing me about expectations around individuals, like the expectations and all the rules we have around love. And they're showing you that you can rise above the expectations you have around who someone's supposed to be, who you're supposed to be, what a relationship is supposed to be, because that will just end in disappointment. There's a lot of rules that they are showing me around all those things that I just mentioned. But the Ace of Swords allows you to connect to the capital T truths of the higher realm that are rooted in unconditional love, and it allows you to cut away some of these. As the Queen of Pentacles is about Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, and abundance and new birth. And I feel like they're saying that um, while you're waiting, they're rather than focusing on who the individual on the outside is going to be, they're kind of pointing you inward to understand. Because if you have a lot of rules about relationships, it's going to be a very thin path of, not a lot of opportunities in there because there's a lot of opportunities out here and here. And the more we open up our expectations and we whittle away, where are all these thoughts coming from? Oh, it's all these opinions that were given to me growing up, telling me who I'm supposed to be in a relationship, who someone else is supposed to be, and how this relationship unfolds and what it is supposed to be, all these opinions. And they're really looking to try to have you free yourself from that restriction, and then that opens up new possibilities and this new birth regarding love and how that unfolds. So yeah, yeah, because they have the ending of old cycles, the old ways of looking at things, and the beginning of new things. And they even have the Three of Pentacles for you, which is the being true to your authentic self card, not looking to these critics and these supporters that you're trying to create something beautiful, which is your life and your love. And people are telling you who you're supposed to be and need to be and have to be. And then there's all this pressure of, oh, I don't want to make people angry and get them mad at me. And I don't want to lose people's support. But it's spirit saying it's no life that you're living when you're just trying to live up to what everyone else wanted you to be. This is a time for you to break free of those chains and break free of all those opinions so that you can be um, true to you and that you can really have this authentic life that you want to live. So that's what they have for you right now, Cyrusing. So they totally hijacked your what you're wanting and to provide that for you. But that's what they do. They always bring us what is perfect for us in this moment. Even though we're wanting other information, they're going to be like, yeah, but this is what we're going to tell you. So that's what they did in this case for you. So many blessings to you. Thanks for being here. All right, Mary, the Aries. Let's take a look here. All right. And actually, I think I did answer that one this morning. It's coming back to me now, Mary. Um, I can pull cards for more clarity if you'd like. But I definitely pulled that for you because that did have to do with work. And so let's take a look here and see if they have anything else to add to what we said this morning. All right. Just getting clarity. Sorry. It's like, what's going on over there? What is happening? Okay. So the King of Pentacles does show, I mean, one of the things that he learns is about finding his wholeness and his completeness from within him instead of the outside. And I feel like what's bothering him, what he's not willing to share yet, is just that the conflict that he's feeling, and I feel like this is about work. I really do. Because that's, I feel like, what he's defining himself by right now is what kind of work he does, what kind of income he brings in, what kind of physical world he creates for himself. And the Nine of Wands is showing like what he feels like there's a block that he's learning about. It's his energy and his power about what he does, but he feels blocked and he feels like there's this conflict of expectations and belief. But I feel like this is all about the outside world. I don't feel like this is about like love. I feel this is about worth. And I feel like, like you said, the hidden, the emotions, the stuff that's below the surface, I think he's just trying to figure things out. But I feel like it's about that he's looking at wanting to do things different. And I feel again, here's the Knight of Pentacles and that the search of worth in relation to the outside world. And I almost feel like maybe the type of work that you guys are doing and the kind of job that you guys are doing, I don't know if it feels too conflicting for him. And I don't know if you guys have different ways of looking at how to run the business, do the job, whatever. But I feel like that's at the core of all this. It's kind of what they mentioned this morning, that there's this um, independent thing that they want to do, and that they're trying to find their fulfillment, and they feel like the job is impacting that. And so I feel like that's why they don't want to talk about it. I don't feel like they're ashamed of like something that they've done. They might just feel guilty that they don't want to hurt you and they don't want to if they want to do business differently is really what I felt this morning. And I kind of feel the same with the cards coming in here too, because as many readings as I do, if they bring it back crystal clear, then that's the um, speaks loudly with that. So that's what I feel, Mary. And if you want to find the earlier session today, they went in a little more detail in there too. But I feel like it's like this, they want to work independently because I think they feel like you guys have two ways of looking at things. They have their way and you have your way, and they clash. And I think that's what he's uh, has his panties in a wad about. But that's where this thing is at. So that's what they have for you, Mary. So hang in there. Many blessings to you. All right. Beautiful Princess Pinky. Your forever person searching you, manifesting you. So your forever person, By that, I'm assuming you mean your final soulmate in this lifetime, because none of them are forever. We don't have relationships on the other side, of course. We're all like giant drops in a giant sea of drops, and we don't commit to each other. We're just it's our we have you know if we could see the other side, it would just make total sense to us. Like, what? There's no relationships. It's like, yeah, relationship, um, duality, having being independent and separate, and then joining with another separate is totally for this realm. It's something we wanted to experience. Over there, we just feel like we all are one. We all are meshed. There's not separateness. So anyway, I want to get too much into that. So we are just looking at your last soulmate in this lifetime. Are they searching for you? What is going on with that here? So yeah, the Six of Cups. And for this particular card here, I like how it is like, yes, there is this search, there is this um, trying to manifest the love that you're searching for in your life. And I feel you both are working on searching for the love. You have the Knight of Cups here. So it's like you both are in pursuit of this chalice, this holy grail, the love that you are searching for. And so I kind of feel like you both are um, on this search, and that's how it works in the energies of relationship and love. We work on our self-love, raising our vibration to the highest that we can, and then we attract that which is equal in vibration. So that's why when we don't do anything and we keep doing what we've always done, we get what we always got, and we keep attracting the same thing that we always got. It's like, oh, right. Um, so you work on looking at your thoughts and your beliefs and your mindsets about love and your self-love, what has been stealing love, stealing joy, and this allows us to raise our vibration because it's our own thoughts and our own beliefs and our own mindsets that limit us, that keep us restricted, that keep us small, that keep our vibration lower, because those things are small t truths that are the fear of losing conditional love. It's things we put in place to keep us protected and safe. And what it does is fear is a lower vibration. Conditional love is a lower vibration of love. That's what we attract, low vibration love. But as we raise it, then the soulmate that we are looking for to have the rest of our life with at a higher vibration, well, if they raise their vibration and you don't attract. They attract other, and we attract other. So that's what they're wanting you to look at. You have the Three of Cups, which is about joy, celebration, but it's also your spiritual posse. And so they're saying, ask us for guidance, ask us to show you um, how you can raise your vibration, communicate with us more. Because when you consciously raise your vibration and focus on unconditional love and joy and peace and laughter, that's the frequency at which spirit speaks, and that's the higher vibration love. So they're like, communicate with us. We will help draw your vibration higher and higher. And life is paused. They don't allow you to come across your soulmate that you are, fated to be with. They will slow down your life and not have them get to you faster until your vibration is a match to where you do attract. Whoops, as I bump my microphone, it attracts you to each other. And so the faster and the more work you do on your inner heart and your self-love, that and the communication with the spirit world, you raise your vibration higher and higher and higher, and that'll match the other individual for those times. So that is what they have for you, beautiful Princess Pinky. So many blessings for you. All right, let me just take a quick look here. All right. Thank you for your patience. I'm just taking a quick look here. All right. So we've got quite a few more here. And what I'm going to do, because I'm reaching my 2.5 hour mark, but I do see that some people have used the super chat. And because you have donated, I do want to do those ones since you did give your energy through a donation. So I'm going to do those. And then for everyone else, I will be back at 11 a.m. tomorrow morning, Mountain Time. If you guys need any like immediate messages, I do have a ton of recorded messages. So I do have pick a card readings and weekly energy updates, monthly readings, and several other types. So if you check out the playlists on my main page, just follow your heart, and spirit will guide you to those. So um, and like I said, I'll be back tomorrow morning and tomorrow night, and then of course every night of the week, throughout the week as well. And I do offer personal readings if you are trying to get a reading and you just can't. I try to get down the list as much as I can, but um, you know it gets very long very fast. But I do, now that I have super chats available, if I think I eventually will have it where if you make a donation, I will move you to the top of the list just to honor the energy, with that. And I'm going to be looking at offering memberships in the future too. I'm just trying to figure out how that'll work. So I appreciate all of you guys who've given a thumbs up on the video. It does help spread the love. And thank you so much for being here and giving you your love. So I'm gonna finish up here. And so Aprilia, thank you so much for your donation. And so you want to know, what messages do you have for you in love and romance till January 2023, which I can't believe is so close, right? Yeah, because this is 2022. So let's take a look here and see what they have for you, Aprilia. Again, thank you so much for your donation. All right. So, love and romance till 2023. What would you like Aprilia to know, please? All right. Let's see what we have. Wow. So you do have the Two of Pentacles coming in here, which is like this balance that's coming in for you in the outside world. And so um, I feel like what they're wanting you to really look at is balancing your heart and your mind, but also the higher realms in your physical realm. There's this, uh, yeah, because of the Strength card coming in here. You've got this is your higher self with that infinity symbol here, and then also the lion, which is your human self. And this tells you that your pursuit of things in the outside world don't really satisfy your hungry lion. It becomes a hungry, angry lion that is roaring in the jungle because it's eaten of and drink of relationships and situations and things, and it's never really satisfied it. And eventually it's, our higher self comes down, and because it's made of unconditional love, it gives us what we've been searching for all along, which is the unconditional love from above. But then that changes things, this balancing that comes in. The outside world, unstable, unfulfilling, turns us inward and upward, and then we are like, wow, we become this chalice where that love comes in, like that, hugging the lion. We get this love and we fill up. And then we see love in a completely different way in the outside world. Instead of us seeing it as something that's always falling short and that like desperately trying to find something to fulfill us out there that keep on, disappointing us. Instead, we find this fullness within, and then the love on the outside. When people give love, it's above and beyond. So instead of it falling short all the time, like, if we have expectations of what it needs to do, and this is the love they're giving, like I should do it on camera. This is the love they're giving, and we have these. This is what we need in order to feel fulfilled. We're always living in this lack, and things are always falling short. But if we have the fullness and the wholeness from within, we have no need of expectations of the outside, and everything's this abundance, and it feels completely different. And that's what I feel comes in for you with that connection. If you work on that connection of that inner and upward, then you do have new passion that comes in. Page of Wands and Ace of Wands, new passion that comes in here, heightened passion. So, new excitement, new things that come in for you with that. So, with that balancing, with that, inward and upward, it changes things. So, if you can focus on developing that connection and feeling that unconditional love that we find in our heart from above, then you have the stability comes in and you just feel this overflow, and it changes the way that you see love and how you see your life. Anything else? Yeah. And then you have the Four of Cups. So the Four of Cups shows us the three cups that we normally eat of in the outside world: relationships, situations, and things, and we're bored of it. These are not fulfilling, and we're offered the Ace of Cups from above. That's the chalice from above. So that is basically what I had mentioned. So that's what they're looking at for you there, Aprilia. So uh, that is what they have for you right now with romance. So if you have additional questions on that, let me know. But I definitely appreciate the donation, and thank you so much for being a part of this beautiful love that we're sending out to the world too. So many blessings. All right. And then Radha Gupta, thank you so much for your donation as well. And so you'd like to ask again because it's so important for you working on. Okay. All right. Yeah. So, yeah. And so obviously one pays more because it's more stressful, right? And there's a lot more. I just feel that. So we'll pull more. We can pull some more cards here for you. So you were looking for development, is where you would prefer, and so you want more clarification around. Um, so will development. So what more? I feel like what more does Spirit want you to know about the development job? And we'll pretend now the intention is for you to move into development. What does that do to your life? Okay, that was a bunch of cards. Yeah, it's stressful for sure, right? Okay, I get you. So let's take a look here. Gabriel. Okay, here we go. Okay. So what else, please? Yeah. So they do show. So choosing the development job, we have the five of swords that comes up, and swords are thoughts and beliefs and mindsets, and this is about conflict, and and I feel like there's with this, which you will get probably in any job, but I feel like there's people who have the exact way they want things done in development, right? They're like, this is how it has to happen. And you have other ideas. And they're like, no, this is how it has to happen. And you're like, but this really would help out. No, this is how it has to happen. And so they really are adamant. And I feel like that's why there's some conflict that happens with that. But I feel like with your awareness around it, that if you are going, okay, I'll go along with it and not try to change everything overnight, then things will, unfold that way, and it'll go that way. So I kind of feel like that's what one thing they're wanting to know with that. Um, and again, we've got the wands that popped up here. So this is all the energy. It does take a lot of work. It does almost feel burdensome, because of all the power, right? We were talking about the pursuit of power. So this card came up again, right? Um, but it's like with enough energy that you can feel empowered, but it's like this is how much energy it takes to get to that point. So it definitely takes a lot of effort. And like I said, they with both of the examples, it's like because it's not so much that it would be sorrow, is that there would be disappointments. Because I feel like with the other job that it's like it's just easier, it flows, there's everyone just goes along with it, and there's not a lot of, you know, competition and egos involved. Where I feel this other one with that conflict card coming up, that's where the disappointments come, is because they'll like shoot down your ideas and go, no, 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 that's not going to make any sense. And then you're like, well, it does, but they won't even listen to you. It's like that kind of stuff in the beginning that you have to prove yourself, you have to move up, and then once you are like there for a while and you've proven yourself and you're up at this certain place and position, then you're allowed to make decisions. Then they listen to you. But otherwise, in the beginning, it feels very like, here, go do this. Here, go do this. And like, well, can I ask questions? No, just go do it. It's almost like you're a workhorse in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? And so that's what I feel like once you get past all that, and that's how it differs than the other one. The other one just seems like to be a joyful, beneficial kind of thing. But it's you go through this and this other job, right? Um, but then, I mean, and it's like I said, your calling, regardless of what you do, your higher self is, you're going to learn what you need to learn through anything, right? So, yeah, exactly. Too. And that's the whole thing. That's when spirit gives us two choices. It's like, well, I want to do this or this. Which one's better? And they're like, oh, neither one's better. This one, it's easy. You'll get good money ish, and not as much money as this one. But this one, you're gonna have to work your butt off and do this and this and this. And for some of us, we're like, all right, give me this because I want challenge. I want to grow. I want to do, right? And that's why they put it up to you. And and so when they showed that there was, that five of cups and what was the other card? But those were challenging type things. So like with the five of swords. There's conflict, there's growing pains, through this. So I like that the way that you're saying that, easier doesn't really mean growth. Yeah, you know, growth has growing pains, and this one will have growing pains. But you do have joy and celebration, marriage, wish fulfillment at the other side of that. After you go through the gauntlet, you do have this, stuff. Yeah. Yeah. And so that's great. So I love the clarity, and I love that that's why I love pulling both sets of cards for both, and not just saying, "Oh, this is the one for you," because then you can see the energy. And for some people, they're like, "I'm exhausted and tired, and I do not," especially like you said, you're earlier in your career. Yeah. But if you're an old fart like me, where you've been working hard all your life, you're like, "You know what? I don't want challenge. I want to enjoy the rest of my life." Yeah, that's what's like. It's showing like, they're showing you the benefits. Like, you would have this. It's worth going through the growth spurts because you would be in this position of happiness. You would be getting more of what you want, and having things in the outside world that you want, which also ends up doing that. So very good. Yeah. So I like that. And kudos to you for wanting growth, and willing to face the pain and the battling, right? So let's take a look here. So your manager approved. So let's take a look here, and will you get into the development? Because that's where you're wanting to go and what you're wanting to head. So we'll switch up the question here for you. 10 of Pentacles. So boom. That would be a very positive card and an affirmative. So there you go. Your energy has moved to that and wanting that. And this is an alignment. So great. Thank you. And thank you. Thank you so much for your support and for your donation. I really appreciate that so much. And for being a part of spreading the love. So good luck, and let us know when it happens. I'm excited for you. All right. Many blessings to you, Radha. All right. So, Brenda, thank you for your donation as well. I need like a clarification. So, energies around the Indian citizen, US and US green card were all great. Yeah, right. It's like, okay, what's the best and the right guy? Which will be one among the three? Okay. Yeah, and so that's the thing, Brenda, about the energies is it's like, they won't tell you which is the best for you. Like we were just talking with Rada, it's like, what are you wanting to experience? Because some people are like, oh, I don't want to deal with all that stuff, and I'll stay home, and I'd rather just have this. But others are like, I want adventure. I want new. I want to get away from restriction. I want to get away from my family. you know, I want to get away. That's how far away can I go? um, and so, that's what we were looking at there. So, well, um, we can ask that question. Let's clarify that first. It's like, which, um, let's see, where would the highest experience in your life be? Um, and we'll do it, just to see if they, yeah. So what would you like to know just about highest experience in life? Let's look at that first, just to see. Okay. Oh no. Get the temperance card. No, we don't want patience. Okay. Well, so you got the emperor card here, which really, I like this for you, because this is them saying you are the emperor of your life. You get to choose what you want in your life, which is great, because I like that. Because they have the five of chalices here, which is the five of cups, which does show the three that are overturned. And for you, for this card, This represents your power of choice, that no matter what you have in your life, this is telling you that you get to choose what it means and you get to choose how you feel. And so with these two together, they really are saying that you get to choose what you want and what you experience, and that a person, um, you know, meet your happiness, happy. Because someone can give you the world, and if you're unhappy on the inside, you can still be unhappy. So they're showing you that you have this such a strong power over your life, over ruling your life, over what emotions you want to choose as you go through everything. And when you go into this power that's within you, which you have the Ace of Wands, which shows you your passion and you're holding your energy. This is like you holding your power here, for this example, that you're the one who ignites this change, the wheel of fortune that changes and it ends things, it begins things, and that you have this, wholeness, this power to choose all that. And they're showing patience, have patience and temperance, but it's the going back and forth. And in fact, this is like the 2 of cups. Let me see if it'll focus, maybe. Come on. Little easy. There it goes. So see how the water is going back and forth between the 2? So that is the purifying of your power, of your choice, and you're going back and forth, and you're determining what you really wanna feel, what you really wanna do in your life. And so okay, good. So, I really like that because it's basically saying that you could choose whichever route you wanted to go, and you could choose to be happy. That there's not this long list of things of that are required for you to choose to be happy. You can choose to be happy in this moment for no reason at all. No one can take it away from you. And I love that about our life, because there are fated events, that do unfold and do, go those directions. Yeah, and you have the Knave of Pentacles, which is the Page of Pentacles, which means new opportunities. And so as I'm talking about all this, it's like it unfolds, uh, opportunities arise because that's where you're putting your energy and your power. You're not, I don't see like, the divine feminine energy, you have the divine masculine energy with this, which is not like I sit back and I wait for it to be brought to me. It's like this is very empowering for you, especially you got the emperor too, which is Aries energy, which is very much about movement and action and like it's like I rule over my life. I'm deciding what I want and where I want to be and who I want to be with. And boom, this is what I'm doing. And I love that for you. Let me see what else we have here. Yeah, because they've got the King of Cups, which is about balancing heart and mind. But the 3 of Swords here, this is the crux of what they're wanting you to really look at, because the 3 of Swords tells us that we have this belief that, um, our heart can be broken, that, it's like the stories we put around things. We're taught when this happens, we're supposed to feel this way, supposed to. When that happens, this is what it's supposed to mean. But it's the breaking away of all that. That emperor is just like, I rule over all the kings. I get to decide what anything means. And expectations equal disappointment. That's where heartbreak comes from. It's fear. It's fear that if something happens, this is what it means. If something happens, this is how I have to feel. And then we realize we stand in our power that I don't have to. I can decide, you know what? I want to move to Canada and this is what I want to do. And I'm going to look in and I'm going to make it happen. And this is the type of person I want. Right. And people might be like, oh, you can't do that. And like, who says I'm the emperor of my life? You can have You know how, like, in all the movies, they have emperors and they have the, assistants or the advisors around them, blah, 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 blah. But in the end, the emperor goes, "Okay, I've heard enough. I'm deciding this is what we're gonna do. But no, this is what I'm gonna do." And you get to live your life instead of trying to live the life everyone else wants for you. And I kind of feel like this is the energy that's coming through here for you. Because I kept on trying to like zero in on what do we need to ask to get the answer. And they're like, this they just swept it off the table and go, you know what? You get to decide what you want to do. You know? They're like, there is no up in, like I said, there's no judgment from the higher realms. They look at life and go, um, there's not good or bad or better, there's just different. It all brings different things that come in. And so that is what they are looking. All right. So um so with everything I've said there, um I'll just pull one card for each, and then you can look at what you're wanting from each one of those. Amira, I didn't get down to you, and Verinda's going to be the last one because I've been on for 3 hours. But if you want to check out my pre-recorded ones, I have all of those, and I'll be back at 11 a.m. Tomorrow morning as well. So let's take a look here, Verinda. So 1, 2, and 3. So number 1 would be the um, Indian citizenship. So you've got the Empress card, which is new birth and growth and harvest. Then you had the US, which is the Magician card. So I think this one came out originally as well. This is all about this abundance and being able to put your power and to have things happen. And number 3, green card is wish fulfillment card. So 3 would mean almost 3 could almost mean birth too. You'd be birthing a lot of babies. Number 1 is you'd be able to put power behind things and do things that you didn't do before. But it really feels like the green card is the wish fulfillment card, which for me, if you're asking out of those 3, which is like the brightest, would be the star. So the green card, US green card is the winner out of those 3. The second up would be the US, and then the third one I feel would be the Empress, just for the energy I feel for you, because I feel like you want more than, you know, than that. So thank you so much for your donation. I really appreciate that, and I love the empowerment that comes through it all too, because it shows you that you can accomplish anything wherever you go. So I really like that. All right. So that's what we have. And Manisha, I do apologize. I had a ton of other people, but the ones that gave donations are the ones that I finished up with. And I am tired and I don't want to give you a improper reading. Um, I actually, if it's possible, because it has been 3 hours and I'm getting tired mentally, which starts to get hazy in doing those. Um, so if we could, I will be back tomorrow morning at 11 a.m., which is really only what 12 hours away. I appreciate it though, and then I'll be back tomorrow night as well. So. Um, And I apologize, Manisha. I really need to go, and I know I had a whole bunch of other people before you even that I'm I'm not able to do. So please know I really would have loved to help you, but I have to say stop at some point. Otherwise, everyone keeps on asking for more and more and more. And I've gone like an hour over what I normally do. So I'm so sorry. But if you want to check out my playlists, I do have a ton of videos that are out there, pick a cards, weekly energy updates, monthly readings, and just follow your heart. And Spirit has messages there for you as well. So if you need something right away, check that out. If not, I'll be back at 11 a.m. Mountain Time and then back here tomorrow night too. So I appreciate you understanding. Thank you so much. So, everyone else, thank you so much for all the love, all the thumbs up, and thank you guys again. I just am overwhelmed with all the love and how much you thirst after hearing from Spirit. So please know every second of every day of your life that you are unconditionally loved by the mother and father of all things. And of course, I love you guys too. So till I see you guys again, have a great night, a great day, wherever you're at in the world, and we'll talk to you soon. You take care.